You're watching Central Illinois' best source for news and weather.
Doctors say COVID concerns may have you neglecting your health in other ways, namely annual screenings and checkups. How you can take charge at no cost. Also tonight, beware of farm equipment, the hazards for northern farmers during harvest season. And celebrating its diversity, how Millikan University is recognizing Hispanic Heritage Month.
WAND News at 6 starts now.
Thanks for being with us. How's your health? Doctors are urging you to get your annual checkups.
The COVID-19 pandemic forced many to cancel their appointments last year, and doctors are saying so many people just didn't even reschedule when the offices opened back up. WAND's Karen Iser breaks down the importance of these doctor visits and what One Health System is doing to ensure women are able to detect disease before it's too late.
If we can detect something early, we can make a huge impact on that patient.
The COVID-19 pandemic forced hundreds to cancel their annual screenings last year. Doctors say many rescheduled, but others didn't.
So we saw a huge decline in all screenings, mammograms, colonoscopies, just even your annual physicals. So now what we're seeing is almost a tsunami of these cancer screenings and annual visits.
Health leaders with Memorial Health System say now is the time for those in their 50s or even 40s to make appointments for their annual screenings.
There's those silent diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, those things that we need to screen for in general that still can have a great impact if we are able to detect them sooner.
During the month of October, Decatur Memorial Hospital is offering free breast cancer screenings. The Breast Center reports 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer.
Early detection is the best answer for breast cancer. Early detection. Get the yearly screenings and let us keep an eye on you.
Karen Esch says last year her office called patients to reschedule their appointments they had canceled. Her concern this year is people forgetting to reschedule those appointments.
If you do skip the year, please don't think, oh, I'm sure I did it last year, and skip a second year, because then before you know it, you've missed 2 years in a row, and that is bad.
Screenings are all about early detection and ensuring everyone can live out a healthy life. In Decatur, Karen Iser, WAND News.
During October, Decatur Memorial Hospital will hold free breast cancer screenings on Mondays. It's from 2 to 4 at the Breast Center. You have to have an appointment and a doctor. To learn more, head over to WANDTV.com. Christie Clinic is offering drive-through flu shots for anyone interested. For those wishing to receive their shot, a form must be filled out and an insurance card provided. They also ask to speed up the process. You fill out the form prior to arrival, wear short sleeves, and stay in your vehicle. No appointments are necessary, though. The next clinic will be this Saturday from 7 to noon at the Champaign Clinic on Windsor Road.
And protecting reproductive health in the state, Governor Pritzker joined with officials today to talk about legislation to protect not just access to abortion, but also life-saving women's health care services. This comes after the governor of Texas signed a new law banning abortion after 6 weeks. Advocates say the law set a precedent after being sustained by the Supreme Court. New protections would prevent more restrictions on women's care.
As a lifelong supporter of a woman's right to choose, I will fight to my last breath to keep this recent Texas abomination from infecting our state. And I will never stop fighting for the rights of Illinoisans to access the health care that they deserve.
Illinois signed the Illinois Reproductive Health Care Act in 2019. New legislation would add to existing protections.
This week, the governor says he's working on investments to strengthen access to child care for parents who want to re-enter the workforce. The Department of Human Services is expanding the Child Care Assistance Program eligibility to include coverage for those who are unemployed. The state also providing bonuses and grants for child care providers across the state.
It's an effort to retain our amazing child care workforce. And it's a simple but important thing that we can do to say thank you to the people who carry the rest of the working world on their shoulders. And it sends a message to families across the nation that Illinois is a great place to raise a young family because we value our child care workers.
Assistance for unemployed parents begins October 1st. A Shelby County woman now faces charges for a crash that killed 2 people. Kylene Sisk of Westervelt is charged with 3 counts of driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Officials say the charges stem from an ISP investigation of a crash that happened September 10th on County Road 2100 North in Shelby County. 2 Assumption residents, Casey Alday and Stephanie Newton, died in that crash. The FBI continues to investigate a Springfield bank robbery. Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell says a female suspect entered Alliance Community Bank yesterday on North Street with a box she claimed had explosives inside. She took an unknown amount of cash from 2 bank tellers. The suspect is described as a short white female with pink hair wearing a plaid shirt.
A person was recovering now after a house fire in Champaign this morning. Firefighters got the call on Garden Hills Drive. A fire was active. They say they found smoke coming from the front door. When they got there, they were able to put out a small fire that was in the kitchen. They did it fast, but one person still taken to the hospital with minor burns. Honoring fallen heroes still to come. The Illinois resident killed during the September 11th attacks, how he's honored here at home. And staying alert on the roads. Challenges harvest season brings for more than farmers.
You're watching Central Illinois' best source for news and weather.
Happening tonight, the Decatur School Board will vote to acquire land in the Johns Hill community to start another community garden. The land will be run by students and their programs there. The Dennis Lab School and Milliken have a current partnership to run a community garden on Wood Street. And a large road closure will shut down a major Decatur intersection next week. Illinois Department of Transportation says in order to make railroad improvements, traffic will not be allowed north at the intersection of 22nd Street and US 36. Construction should be completed by October 1st.
News since 5. Senator Dick Durbin honored heroes of September 11th from Illinois on the Senate floor this week, highlighting Dan Schanauer from Naperville. A naval commander died in the attack on the Pentagon. He was 40 years old. Schanauer was working to gather information on the World Trade Center attacks and was on his way to brief his superiors when the hijacked plane struck the building.
Navy Commander Dan Schanauer was one of 125 service members and civilians who lost their lives in the Pentagon on 9/11. One of the 2,977 Americans lost in the terrorist attacks that fatal day. He was 40 years old. 2 years later, the people of Naperville, Illinois, dedicated a memorial to his honor on the River Walk on the banks of the DuPage River. It was one of the first 9/11 memorials.
Moving words from the senator. K-9 cop has received a donation of his very own. Hillsborough Police Department's Lil Darrell was gifted a bullet and stab protective vest thanks to the nonprofit Vested Interest in Canines. The vest embroidered with the sentiment "Born to Love, Trained to Serve, Loyal Always." The nonprofit has provided over 4,300 of these vested canines across the country since 2009.
Looking ahead now, a night of dancing, food, and fundraising. The Macon County Casa Great Gatsby Gala is right around the corner.
Yeah, it's back. Organizers say they still have tickets available for you to buy. Attending the gala will get you drinks, food, and opportunities to bid in a silent auction. The goal, to raise funds for Macon County Casa. Organization serves more than 300 children in the foster care system.
You know, we all know that it's been a rough year and a half here, and these children, it is double that. Everything that they have been through, you add in the pandemic and the isolation that included. We're so excited to be, not only to be able to get some community members out and have that camaraderie, but to be able to support Macon County Casa and help serve more children.
Mark your calendar, October 16th, the Mount Zion Convention Center. To buy tickets, head over to WANDTV.com to find the link. Well, today is National Support Latino Business Day. Illinois, the first state to recognize and observe it. State Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity reports over $1.7 trillion in U.S. purchasing power is growing 70% faster than non-Latinos. Celebrating diversity, Hispanic Heritage Month begins tomorrow, recognized through October 15th. Millikan University partnering with the Latin American Student Organization with events each week to highlight the cultural experiences through food and music to personal accounts from former students.
We want students to feel included, and we want students to feel like they have a place here at Millikan. No matter how you identify and what your identities are, we want you to feel like home here.
Information on all events can be found on the university's website.
Now on display at the Decatur Public Library, the Freedom Project. This traveling exhibit details the journey from slavery to freedom in Illinois, featuring personal stories from community, state, and national leaders. It will be on display during library hours through the end of the month. For more information, You can find it on the library's website. And new tonight at 6, harvest season is underway, and that means not only farmers face hazards while on the roadways, drivers, you need to take extra care to prevent potential accidents. The Department of Transportation says if you see farm equipment on the road, slow down and have patience.
Officials say, the driver cannot see you if you cannot see the driver, because the vehicle can block part of the driver's view. So always be cognizant of that, the people driving these big piece of equipment may not be able to see you. They probably can't see you. So be extra cautious, be extra careful. Please allow more time and be patient.
They say if you're going to pass farmers, use extreme cautions. Farmers cannot always move over to allow vehicles. All right. Thank you so much for being here at 6.
See you back here tonight at 10 for the latest news. Find the latest, of course, at WANDTV.com.